Hello friends, welcome to Learn One. In previous lecture, we have learned about the theory portion of handling exception in Ruby, and today we will learn the practicals of how to handle exception in Ruby. Let's see practical examples of handling exception. Here I am creating one definition, that is def, and my exception example, that is exception underscore example. This is my method name. Now here I am writing an begin block, and here is rescue block. So in my begin block I am printing one statement. Let's say put as welcome to Learn One. Welcome to Learn One. And on the second line I am raising one error. Let's say raise this line will raise error, and after this line I am again printing one statement. Let's say put as statement after error code. And in my rescue block I am handling error. So here I am just printing out a message. Let's say put as I am in rescue block, and after this block of code I am printing one message. This is simple printing message. Let's say this block of code is out of, let's say, error block. So our program is ready. Now I am saving it. First of all, we need to reach to the directory where our actual Ruby file is existed. So I am here in my directory, that let's say learn one and exception. So if I am using ls command, it will show me my file is available here. And now I am running this file. Let's say I need to write one statement also here, that I need to call this function from my code. And now we will run our file. Let's say Ruby and my file name, handling exceptions, and here it has started execution with welcome to Learn One. And on my second line of code I am raising an error, that this line will raise error. So our flow is flowed from this line to our rescue block. This rescue block will handle our error. So here the first line gets executed and flow will shifted to rescue block, and in our rescue block I am printing I am in rescue block. Here actually the typo, let's say RESCUE rescue block, actually it's a typo. And now and here I am in rescue block, and after the block execution it has printed the last line, that is a print statement, that this block is out of error block. So this is how we can handle an error. Now we will see how we can find a proper error message or the error class while handling an exception. So for that I am creating one new file. Let's say handling handling exception 2.rb. And here I am again creating one definition that is, let's say, exception handling, exception example. Here I am creating one method definition, let's say exception example. And in my exception example, I am writing a begin rescue block. And in my begin block, I am printing one statement, put as, let's say, welcome to learn one. Welcome to learn one. And here I am raising an error. Raise, let's say this line will raise error. And here in my rescue block, I am adding an exception class, that is, and I am creating one object of my exception class, let's say E. So whenever any exception is created, here I can print my error object, that is E. Let's say I want to fetch an error message. Here I am writing E.message. This will print the error message. And now I am running this program. So I am on my current directory and I am printing out the list of files, and I am running my program execution with a keyword Ruby and my file name handling exception _2.rb. Actually, I haven't called my function yet, so let's move back to our code. And let's move back to our code, and I am calling this function from my example, and now I am saving this example, and let's run it again. And here it will print our first line, that is welcome to learn one. And now from second line we are throwing an error, we are creating one error, and in our rescue block we have fetch an exception object, and using a method exception.message we have this error message that this line will raise an error. So if we have some standard error, so we can get that standard error message by using e.message. So this is how we can handle exceptions in Ruby. In next lecture, we will learn about the theory portion of retry statement in Ruby.